Today we're making something fun, flavorful, and just a little fiery. Buttermilk fried chicken sliders with hot honey. But we're not stopping there. We're pairing it with a wine that doesn't just match the heat, it elevates the entire experience. So the first thing we have to do in order to get these sliders done is to get the chicken prep. And as you can see on camera last night, I cut the chicken thighs into slider-sized pieces and I marinated them in a mixture of buttermilk, salt, garlic powder, smoked paprika, black pepper, and hot sauce. I used a little bit extra hot sauce in mine. So I've got my chicken thighs here and they're ready to go. I got a couple of things that I need to get together to make these sliders pop. First thing is the homemade pickles. All right, so my quick brine for the pickles consists of white vinegar, water, sugar, and salt. I'm gonna whisk that together until everything dissolves. I've got a little Persian cucumber here. I'm just gonna slice it up and get it in my brine. So they're gonna sit in this brine for at least 30 minutes. That's perfect timing so that we can get everything else together. One of the other beautiful things about my sliders is the slaw. I've got some green cabbage here and I've cut this really fine because obviously we're making tiny sliders, so we want to make everything proportionate in size. But I've got my cabbage, I've got some shredded carrots, apple cider vinegar, honey, and I've got some mayo. Got a little extra here just in case I need some more. Fresh cracked black pepper, salt. I'm gonna toss that up. There's a little secret to what I'm doing here. So follow the trends. So you see there's honey in this slaw, right? So as I mentioned to you, we got hot honey that we're gonna drizzle on the sandwich. Well, the honey notes in the honey in the slaw and the honey in the hot honey, it's gonna pick up flavors in the sparkling wine. We'll talk a little bit about that later. Okay, so let's put together the dredge for the chicken. So I've got here flour, cornstarch, salt, garlic powder, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, and onion powder. Let me get those combined. All right, for the hot honey, starting with my honey. Start with low heat. Got some crushed red pepper. And salt. So I just want to heat this slowly. All right, so this is the star of the show. This is the hot honey. I'm gonna allow it to sit off of the heat, allow it to cool a little bit, allow it to steep and extract the flavors from those pepper flakes. I need to get my bread sliced and toasted. I've got these really nice brioche rolls. I'm gonna toast my buns with butter. So I'm gonna pull my chicken out of this marinade, get it in the dredge. So what do you drink with fried chicken, hot honey, and all these bold flavors? My pick, a sparkling rosé. I've got the 2013 Rotary State L'Hermitage. This is a brut sparkling rosé. Get the cork out of this bottle. Bubbles are always a fun time, right? I like to start with bubbles. Even if I'm going to something red or white or whatever I'm doing, I like to start with bubbles. So my reasonings for choosing the wine that I chose is the fact that a dry sparkling rosé brings crisp acidity to cut through the richness, just enough fruitiness to play off the honey, and the bubbles reset your palate between each bite and enhances the crunch. Let's give it a taste. Again, dry, it's not very sweet, just a little, so the way I like to describe it, and I've described this before, it's like drinking a flavored water as far as the sweetness goes. You know, you get a nice flavored bubbled water and they tell you it's mandarin or something like that. You get it and you expect, oh, this is gonna be sweet like mandarin. No, you get the water and you get the slight mandarin, what do you call it? The slight mandarin essence. I don't know, maybe the essence of the mandarin. Well, the sweetness on this, it's not like, you know, and a lot of times I'm describing sweet things. I'll describe a sweetness on the nose or a slight sweetness on the palate, but I don't mean a sugary sweetness. There's a slight sweetness to this. Very good acidity, crisp acidity, which is expected. And along with that crisp acidity and along with that fruit that we're getting, the fruit is actually strawberry, cranberry, maybe a little orange peel, and very floral as well. It's really good sparkling wine. Let's see if it pairs. All right, the chicken's ready to assemble these sliders. I'm gonna assemble on this little platter I have over here. So a little slaw goes on the bottom of the bun. Chicken goes right on top of the slaw. Hot honey goes right on top of the chicken. Got my pickles. Now you remember when your grandmother used to put her pickles in that vinegar and the salt and pepper and just let them sit for a little bit? That's what this is like. These are not like, I wasn't looking for a store-bought, heavily brined pickle. I was looking for something really fresh. So these cucumbers are still cucumbers. They're not emaciated with brine. Let's put 3 of them on there. All right, so let's get right into these sliders. This is comfort food turned up a notch. You got crunchy fried chicken, you got fresh crispy slaw, bright pickles, hot sweet heat from the hot honey. What else can you ask for? Let's give it a shot here. First of all, that chicken, the marinade on the chicken, I think we kind of underestimated and slept on that. The chicken is delicious. Then you've got the slight heat from the honey. The slaw kind of cools things down. And then that fresh, bright pickle. That's a keeper recipe. Does it pair? That fruit, that slight hint of fruit, really picking up things, the freshness from the pickle, the freshness from the raw vegetables in the slaw, those things are really, really marrying well with this wine. In addition to that, the sweetness, that slight sweet that we get in the slaw and that honey drizzle is pairing really well with that slight sweetness on this sparkling wine. But I gotta double check. That's a perfect pairing. I'm Chef Glenn B, and as always, eat well.